Hey, what's up, y'all? And you are now tuned back into College Struggles with your girl, Brandy Brand. Alright, so y'all, last week's episode was very interesting. We talked about situationships. And again, if you don't know what a situationship is, which you should, I'm going to tell you again. So, a situationship is a partnership that's only situationally convenient or its stage of a relationship just before the talk. So pretty much it's a space between a committed relationship and something that's more than a friendship. Look, as I said before, and I cannot stress it enough, communication is key, y'all. You have got to talk to whoever you're trying to talk to. Like, for real, y'all. Like, if you want something, you have to tell that person what you want. And then they need to tell you what they want with you so y'all don't both be out here looking crazy. Again, communication is key. Remember that. But anyways, enough about last week's episode. Let's get into this week's episode of College Struggles, which is on time management, or as I like to call it, procrastination. Because, y'all, let me tell y'all, I know some of us really do be procrastinating, because I know I do. Like, I be having assignments to do, and I'll just be like, all right, I'm about to get to it. I'm going to get to it. And when I get to it, it be at the wrong time. I got to stop doing that. I'm trying to do better, y'all. I really am. But if you don't know what procrastination is, I'm definitely about to tell you. So procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing something, which, again, as I said a few minutes ago, I definitely gotta stop doing that. Anywho, so have y'all ever had a professor that was like, okay, class, y'all have a 5-page paper that's due in like 2 months, and the topic is going to be on how is technology like changing the world? And in your head, you might be thinking, hey, that's what's up. I got like 2 months to get this paper done. Like, I have so much time to do it. I have so much free time. I can do exactly what I want. So, y'all know how time flies fast. Like, time be flying by so fast nowadays. It don't make sense. Like, it was just Tuesday. And now it's like 2 days before this major assignment is due. Oh, crap. What am I supposed to do? Like, I haven't even started on this assignment yet. I ain't even came up with no thesis. And this paper is definitely worth 30% of my grade. Well, let me stop you right there, fam. The first thing that you should do is definitely calm down. Like, don't stress yourself out more than you already are stressed, because that's really not going to help. That's going to make you not want to do it even more. Then, it's really going to be okay. Like, you are going to be okay. So just calm down, don't stress yourself out too much. Then the next thing you should do is get started on your assignment. At least try to complete it. Like, come on now. You got 2 days left. At least try to do it that day. If you can't do it that day, at least try to do it the next day. Some of us really be waiting till 4 hours before it's due and be like, oh, dang. And then be trying to pretend like, I know. Nah, you knew, but we all be doing that. But, you guys, I'm going to give you some tips on how to manage your time so much better. Really. And I know I'm trying to do this myself. So that way, you don't have to be in a situation where you're stuck doing an assignment at the last minute again. And also, so you can have more free time to do whatever you want. Like, such as going to that kickback that's supposed to be happening this weekend. Maybe spending time with your boo. Chilling with your friends. Or even if it's catching up on sleep. Because I know some of us really be losing sleep because we be in college. Because college is really stressful. And we be needing our sleep, because I know I definitely do. Like, y'all, I really be getting about, I don't know, I think between 5 hours of sleep a day. Sometimes maybe even 4. And I definitely gotta manage my sleep. Not just my time, but my sleep. because I really be needing my rest because I don't be functioning right sometimes. Alrighty, so here are 8 tips to manage your time more efficiently. Tip number 1, identify time wasters and set goals. It's easy to get distracted. You gotta pay attention to what draws your focus away from your studies and assignments. Like, are you spending too much time checking social media? Are you prone to texting and answering phone calls while you're studying? Do you find that a lot of time has passed by while you aimlessly browse the web? No matter what's wasting your time, you have to set a goal to not engage in that behavior during your dedicated studying time. Instead, you can use those activities as a reward for staying focused and accomplishing the task that you set out to complete. Tip number 2, write down everything. Like, identify what you need to do and then prioritize the task based on when the assignment is due and how much time you'll need to complete it. This gives you a set plan for the day, whether it's a list of priorities or a full schedule for the day. Having a plan will ensure that you know what to do and when to do it. Most definitely, because I really be needing to write everything down. Sometimes the struggle is really real, okay? Anywho, tip number 3, take on small tasks to start. It's very easy to become overwhelmed or stressed by major projects or exams, and the anxiety can make you want to procrastinate. It's easier to start with shorter, simple assignments because you can finish it up in a short amount of time, and then you can move on to larger projects or assignments because they'll take the longest to do. Like a PowerPoint, those are very easy to do. However, sometimes they can take the longest, depending on what you're talking about, honestly. Anywho, tip number 4, do one thing at a time. If you're trying to juggle multiple assignments and tasks, you'll likely end up being less productive. To combat the urge to multitask, you have to ask yourself, what are your most common distractions? Is it emails, social media, electronics? Like, can you turn off the device or application? You should turn off any device that you can, and no matter what, don't switch to another task until the one before it is complete. Sometimes this may be a hard habit to break, but it's worth it. Yes, y'all, look, let me tell you about me. I was trying to do a project and a paper at the same time. That's not the way. Because it's like, okay, for 5 minutes, I'm going to do this. 5 minutes, I'm going to do that. It's not, because it's like, you can get confused sometimes. And it's really annoying to do. But look, just do one thing at a time. It's okay to multitask, but when you're trying to do your work, don't multitask. That ain't it. Alrighty, on to tip number 5, which is sticking to a routine. Getting into a routine can reduce uncertainty about when and how you will fit in homework and studying time on top of schoolwork. You have to create a routine at the beginning of the semester so you can adjust to it early and then see if you have leftover time for other things. It's not what you want to do, but sometimes you might have to stay up late or miss out on something fun to keep up with your homework. Hey, but that's just life, fam. But just think about it this way. It won't be forever. And hey, once you complete the assignment, at least that's one thing you can cross off your to-do list. Plus, it'll be worth it in the end. Tip number 6, stay organized. Keeping your schoolwork organized can be a huge factor in saving you some time throughout the week, especially if you're taking more than one class at a time. Hey, if you have separate binders, notebooks, and folders for each class, you'll quickly be able to find the sheet of notes you'll need for next week's test or the printed article you planned to reference for your big research paper. Tip number 7, take a break. Okay? It's important to take a break for yourself. It's important to take time for yourself. Long study sessions or chunks of time working on assignments should be broken up with time away from screens or the textbook. You need to give your mind a rest. it's really good to study, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself by studying so much. I think if you study for at least 2 to 3 hours, you should at least give yourself a 45-minute break or an hour break. You gotta let your mind rest. Like, you cannot just keep constantly studying and studying, because also, if you keep doing that, you lose like a little bit of information. But look, just take a break once you finish studying. You need that. You owe yourself some break time, at least. And the final tip number 8, find a balance. It's okay to recognize when you're overwhelmed and ask for help. Maybe that means dropping an activity or reducing your credit load. Time management means nothing if you are physically, emotionally, and psychologically drained. Finding the perfect balance may take time, but it's key to your happiness and success. Yes, y'all, you have to find a common balance between what you want to do and what you have to do. Whether it's sports, schoolwork, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know, friends. You have to find time for you. You got to balance everything out. It may be hard, but you need to do that. You can't spend all your time with your friends and not get your work done. But I mean, I kind of do that in a way. Like, I spend my time with my friends, but at the same time, I do my work, because me and my friends are kind of like in the same classes, just about. So we all kind of do our work together. So that's my balance, because I can't really do my work in my room because it'd be hard sometimes. Like, I just can't concentrate when I'm in my room. That sounds crazy, but it's harder for me to concentrate in there, because I know I want to go to sleep, or I just want to sit down and watch TV. But hey, you gotta find a balance. And look, remember, when trying to manage your time, just think SMART. The S stands for specific. The M stands for measurable. The A stands for achievable. R stands for relevant. And T stands for time-based. Look, I know it's hard to manage time very well. As college students, we try our very best at managing a good schedule for ourselves. But sometimes things conflict with what we want to do versus what we need to do. Like, are you going to go to the hottest party of the semester instead of completing your assignment that's due by 11:59 that night? Look, and y'all know that 11:59 is something serious. Like, because once 11:58 hit, you like, oh my God, I gotta do it. And then especially if Blackboard is acting crazy, but for real. And some of us would go to that party and jeopardize our grade. But again, you gotta decide if you want to get things done in advance or wait till the last minute and do it. Either way, you gotta get it done, because at the end of the day, it's your grade. Y'all know I gotta keep it real with you guys. Anyways, that is all that I have to say for today. So until next time on College Struggles, I'm your girl Brandy Brand, and make sure you tune into next week's episode. All right, y'all have a great one.